Assalamualaikum, my name is AMNI binti MAZALI. I will introduce to you about insurance and consumer credit. Insurance is necessary due to the high cost of living, death, incapacity, injury, disease or property damage resulting from tragedy can happen to anybody at any moment. Insurance cannot prevent these disasters, but it can provide financial assistance to reduce the magnitude of the damages resulting from such occurrences. Insurance plans are intended to protect against financial losses from unpredicted damage to the insured. However, there are some restrictions to Muslims which they should subscribe to Islamic insurance based on Sharia principles such as takaful. Credit used for personal purposes by people and families is referred to as consumer credit. Therefore, borrowing allows us to increase our immediate consumption by our capacity to spend. Consumer credit is also a personal debt taken to obtain goods and services. In other words, by using consumer credit, people can receive and use the thing first before the payment is made. Automobiles, durable items, college tuition, house upgrading and repairing are the primary uses of consumer borrowing. That is why banks began producing credit cards that could be used nationwide as consumers became more mobile.
Insurance is very important to everyone as a backup support through finance if anything unexpected thing happen in the future. First of all, it can really help us through financial problems such as it can assist in covering the cost of any future medical care if anything happen to us, such as we fall sick or needing an operation or getting hurt during working. It will cost us a lot of money, and if we have an insurance coverage, we just need to claim it from the insurance company. Next, it is also a long-term commitment that is very reasonable because it will assure us that if anything happens in the future, we do not have to worry about financial needs anymore. Next, it also can be our saving as we can claim the money at the end of the maturity days if we do not claim any money during that time. It also can provide coverage for the family's financial loss caused by the death, such as if the insurer is dead, his or her family does not have to worry about financial supply for a moment before they can find any other sources to support their standard of living after losing their head of family. Lastly, it can assist in securing children's educational future if anything happens to insurance. Nowadays, during the pandemic COVID-19, death cases are increasing because of the death. Many negative things happen to the world, country, community, and individual like us, but it is also a good thing to remind people that having life insurance especially was a very important thing. Moreover, if we face this kind of situation, during this situation, the economy of the world is decreasing because every country was affected by this pandemic. It will affect community like us as we have faced a risk of losing the source of income to stabilize the economy of the country by lowering our living expenses. We also have to face a lack of funds to cover unexpected costs because during this pandemic, most of the trade activities were affected, which means our economy is decreasing as well as our supply from other countries, which caused the price of many things was increasing. Many people will suffer job losses when the economy drop like this, and they will more suffer if they don't have any insurance coverage.
According to Global Data 2022, Malaysia's insurance industry rose by 7.6% in 2021 after contracting by 2.8% in 2020 because of the COVID-19 epidemic, which harmed the economy. Life insurance and pensions accounted for 75.8% of written premiums in 2021. As a result, it is expected to increase at CAGR of 9.5% between 2021 and 2026. Malaysia planned a program called Perlindungan Tenang Voucher (PTV) program in September 2021 to improve social security for the lower income group, mostly young families, and the bottom 40% income group of households known as the B40 group.
One of the importance of consumer credit is that it helps us to boost our purchasing power and hence expand our immediate consumption. This means that it enables people to obtain an attention on their earnings in order to acquire products and services without having to pay them in cash at the moment of purchase. For example, credit allows you to buy anything like new furniture, a car, or even a house while promising to pay for it with future earnings. Another importance of consumer credit is obtaining payback after using your credit card to purchase products or service. Currently, many Malaysian banks offer cashback percentage ranging from 5% to 15% for various categories, such as Public Islamic Bank Visa Platinum offers 4% cashback and Holion Bank Wise offers 8% cashback to their customers. Last but not least, the importance of consumer credit is that it simplifies our business when traveling. According to Holion Bank, it is not secure to carry large amount of cash when traveling, whether overseas or even within Malaysia, and credit cards are the best option. Without wasting the time, we move to the current issues of consumer credit. One of the biggest current issue in Malaysia is that Malaysians are using credit cards and borrowing more in recent months as people return to their pre-pandemic life. According to Bank Negara Malaysia, credit card outstanding grew for the third consecutive month in July 2022 to RM 35.89 billion. This is because the inflationary pressure is contributing to higher spending on credit. As evident, the credit limit issued by credit cards reached an all-time high in July 2022. Personal bankruptcy is also the consumer credit current issues. According to Credit Counseling and Debt Management Agency, personal bankruptcy filings in Malaysia grew from time to time. As a result, the credit evaluation procedure has declined. This is because the significant default debts from period clients. Another current issue of consumer credit is many people lost their source of income during COVID-19 pandemic. There are over 2 million citizens lost their jobs by being fired or had a sudden loss in their business because of many businesses were shut down during this pandemic except the essential business. Besides that, poor financial planning for medical expenses during COVID-19 pandemic also has trapped Malaysians in debt. In this situation, it is forcing Malaysians to pay more to the private hospital to get the treatment that they require, with fees ranging from RM 1,000 to more than 30,000 per day since the public hospitals was crowded by COVID-19 patients, whereby this might be force them to make a loan by credit cards to pay their medical expenses in private hospitals.
From December 1996 through September 2022, the tables presents data on Malaysia's consumer credit and billion currency units. Malaysia's average value throughout that time period was 238.6 billion Malaysian ringgit with a low of 56.70 billion Malaysian ringgit in December 1996 and a high of 452.89 billion Malaysian ringgit in September 2022. It depicts commercial bank loans made to households or individuals for the purchase of goods and services. Access to credit cards and personal loans were forecast to rebound in the first half of 2022 as macroeconomic indicators such as employment and GDP improved. According to Bank Negara 2022 records, the late amount for credit cards with an outstanding balance of less than 3 months and 3 to 6 months has increased since April. In Malaysia, credit card usage appears to have increased in recent months as people return to their pre-pandemic habits. As a consequence, credit card outstanding balances increased for the third month in a row in July, hitting 35.89 billion, the highest level since February 2020 when it was 38.05 billion. Customers are loosening their purse string to spend more money.
During the COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia, many expenses became very expensive, especially in the medical sector because of the increasing demand for medicine that can reduce the pain of anyone affected by a COVID-19 infection. People with life insurance can cover their medical expenses in a private hospital. According to the statistics shown, many people have started to get their insurance, such as life insurance and medical insurance, by looking at the increasing number of insurance companies or industries and growth rate. While credit card is a popular form of credit in Malaysia, particularly among young people, credit cards are flexible and may be used anytime without bringing in a large amounts of cash. Another benefit of using credit cards is collecting points that may convert to cash for the next purchase when accumulated points exceed a certain amount. Therefore, insurance planning and consumer credit are influential financials in our daily lives. That's all from us. Thank you.